Hi, my name is Kit Lamb. I work for the Center for Career Development at BMCC. The video that you are about to see is called Get a Job, Keep a Job, Essentially Listening and Communication Skills by Douglas McCovick.
I teach here at BMCC. I am in the Health Education Department. I came back, if you notice my resume or my background, I actually am an alumni of BMCC. Yay! So it's nice to come back and to welcome you because, again, I sat where you did it one time. You know, graduating a long time ago, being an alumni, looking for a job, saying, you know, career, what am I going to do with my life? How am I going to get started? And the good news for you and for me is that after BMCC, you got a tremendous opportunity to do well. So again, leave BMCC. I went to City College, as you can tell by the resume. I was very fortunate. I had a great career over 20 years at Western Union. And today, why you're here, is I want to share with you one of the most important skills that people don't realize when they look for a job, and that is something called communication. So even with your grade point average of, 3.1, 3.4, graduate of BMCC, NYU, Columbia, understand that when I have been told that you see my title, I'm Director of Training, I was a person that, imagine right now you're an employee of Western Union. It is your first day on the job. This is your career. And guess who you're going to meet? Me. So for the next week, 9 to 5, for 5 days, maybe 2 weeks even, you and I are going to be very much aligned together to talk about the culture of Western Union. And as you notice from this document, we're going to teach you how to communicate to customers. We're going to teach you about the culture, what time to show up for work, how to dress, your vacation times, your benefits. Okay, all those things are going to be part and parcel when you're an employee. Now also keep in mind how critical this is that all of you will have a manager. At the end of this week, that manager will come to me and say, how did she do? Should we keep her? Seriously. Is she an A player? And by the way, in the real world, you have about 3 months in corporate America. The 3 months are called probationary time. We're going to evaluate you. Are you on time? Are you performing the tasks that we ask of you? Are you dressed appropriately? Do you fit in? Okay, and that's why I gave you some notes to take as well, because this is so important that when you come in as an employee, or if I am interviewing people, you have about 20 minutes with your resume in hand to provide me with a bunch of skills. Now, besides the communication, let me tell you to jot down a couple things you want to write on your notes. When you meet with someone like myself in a corporate environment, dressed the way I am, people ask you all the time, what am I looking for? As an employee, you notice I all shook your hands, didn't I? What I'm looking for is number one, eye contact. When I spoke to you, lady, how are you today? I want to see a handshake. I want volunteers to read me the question up there and tell me what you put down and why. This is not the time to sit around going, I'm not raising my hand. Good. You're not getting promoted. How's that sound? There we go. This is not A and B. This is real life. This young lady had her hand up first. Let me get your name again. You are? Joan. Joan? Thank you very much. Good. Nice handshake. Very nicely done, Joan. Please read the first one and tell me what you wrote down.
It is true that skill in listening improves your self-confidence.
And why do you think that is true? Tell me, Joan.
Because when you listen, you are able to filter between whatever the person that's communicating to you or whatever that is being communicated. You are able to know what you're saying. So that gives you the confidence, and you also know what you're doing. You also know what you're listening to, and you know how to differentiate between matters that is being put with the issue.
Yes, sir. Excellent. Thank you for sharing. Again, hello. You are?
Abu Bakr.
Talk to me, sir.
Yes.
Are you married?
I am.
Are you still married?
I'm still married. I'm going to be married for a long time.
He said, what, 4 times? Sit down. Talk to me.
Effective listeners build better relationships. This is true because, I mean, when you listen, you get to know the person you are talking to and you understand him. So it's better to, you are able to better relate to this person. And better relationship will not necessarily mean that you get to like this person. If it's a person that you even don't like, listening to him, effectively will help you know how to kind of deal with him when, you are having things to do together.
Very good. Well done. Thank you. Think about, again, relationships. The people you're working with, the people you live with. A relationship. As a matter of fact, this is the books I used to provide to the salespeople and customer service reps. Some of the books were called Relationship Selling. And again, if you ever get a job in sales, one of the first things we teach you is people buy from people they like. You go to a major corporation, you meet with a salesperson, and you're the customer. The odds are, if they like you, they're going to buy from you. If they don't like you, I don't care if you get the cheapest price in the world. Each day we communicate, they're not going to buy. More than half is listening, 20 speaking, 10 reading, 15 writing. Again, we mentioned earlier, 50% of efficiency ends up 25%. And the key qualifications, again, qualities, patience, good eye contact, clarification, interest, and overall, be respectful to another human being. And I want to thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the hour and a half. I do, as a BMCC alumni, before we break, I want to thank you for coming in. I appreciate it very much. It was nice meeting you. Do well. Make me proud. God says, here's your job. And by the way, I work here, so if you want to come up, I'm in room Development.
What's your name and where are you from?
Hi, I'm Brother Jacob. I'm from the Dominican Republic.
Okay, what did you learn from today's workshop?
I learned that it's very important to have a good eye contact when you go to an employer.
Okay.
And how you could communicate with them in a way they could know what you're trying to say without them taking it from different perspectives.
Okay.
And I also learned that listening is very important because you will know what you have to do and have a better response and have better interactions with your colleagues and other employers.
Good. Do you see yourself participating in future workshops?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Thanks for coming and continue to use our services at the Center for Career Development. Thank you. You're from the Center for Career Development. What is your name and where you're from?
My name is Amy Hernandez and I'm from Sunnyside, Queens.
Okay, what did you learn from today's workshop with Doug McCovic?
I learned how listening and communication is very important.
Okay.
And how it delivers benefits not only for your company or whatever environment that you may be, but also for yourself, and how you can actually learn a lot from just listening to one person, and it delivers the same benefits for yourself. How if I'm listening to you, you will be listening to me, and that shows respect and just. It's very important.
Exactly. Thank you for stopping by. Do you see yourself participating in future workshops that we host?
Of course.
Good. Thank you.
Thank
and
you.
If you need other services from the Center for Career Development, stop by S368.
Thank you so very much.
Thanks.